Welcome in, everyone.
Oh,
Happy PFO Thursday night. Hopefully, you guys love the countdown that we just had there. I get a strike on my account every time I run the other one, so I decided to instead of just changing that music, we just went with something, and winged it. We winged it tonight.
It was very
Uh,
relaxing.
Guys, before I ask how you're doing, I'm going to ask the chat how they're doing, and then I'm gonna also say hello to everybody real quick, and then we will chat them up, as they say. Ace, good evening, my friend. Velvet, nice to see you. Thanks for the nice comments the last couple days. Brian, welcome, my friend. Evelyn, I hope you're doing amazing this evening. David, hello. Making sure I'm not skipping over anybody. Wayne, welcome. As I'm talking here, I feel like I'm a little bit congested. Hopefully, I'm not getting sick
Oh,
already. Like, do I sound a little nasally right now? Is this just me?
I think it's just you. It's just you.
Is it okay? But maybe I feel like I'm very
maybe
nasal. But
maybe it's your
anyway,
Wi-Fi.
yeah, it most likely is the case. Arlie, you know, Arlie, not congrats. Thanks for coming in. Not why was I going to say congrats?
Congrats,
Congrats for being
congrats
here.
on joining the stream.
Seems a little pompous, to be honest with you. So I'm not going to say that. Jonathan, welcome. Hope you're doing amazing. Rams, hello. Gus, I hope you're doing amazing as well. 12th Girl for Life, welcome in. Michael, welcome. Funko 411, glad to see you here. I think it said, and Brian, 18 months, year and a half. That's not easy. Now we're on the backside of the year and a half. Let's see if we can make it to 2 years. I mean, if we can't, hey, we probably whatever. Guys, how are you guys doing this evening? How's everybody doing this fine Thursday night? You guys got anything fun going on? Is there anything you guys picked up this week? Anything amazing going on?
I mean, I just saw Vince and Bree in person, so that was pretty amazing.
Josh
Oh
got to
yeah,
see
how was that? You guys had how long were you in Disney for?
They were,
three
what
weeks, 6 weeks. It felt like a month and a half. I
2 weeks.
think.
you guys went
Uh,
crazy too. You guys went go go go. Yeah.
I'll be listen. Maybe you could tell by the bags under my eyes, but this was the most this was the most intense one that I think that we ever did because I think we did 5 days in the park. We were only there for 7 days, and we did 5 days in the park, and we were like going multiple times to different parks. So it was a little bit intense.
Oh
It
yeah.
was a little bit intense, but we had fun. And I love seeing. I mean, I can't see John right now because the screen is very black. But I like seeing Josh in person. It was actually it was nice. We got to hang out for a couple days.
Wait.
Um, got to hang out with Shannon as well, which was always fun. And
Oh, your
you know,
your camera
it
left.
was good. It was
Yeah,
Yeah.
fantastic.
trying to fix
And the
Oh,
parks were like,
I think
it wasn't too bad.
So
it.
I don't think they were too crowded, so it wasn't. It was kind of a good.
it,
You still
it
think
wasn't bad. It wasn't great.
Are you
Yeah.
home?
I'm back. I'm back.
You're back. You're good.
Oh my god, that was so funny.
Yeah, I was just messing with the settings. Joanna got me a new webcam a couple weeks ago. I'm still learning it.
You sound like me now, trying to figure it out. Maybe,
Oh.
maybe not.
Why are you so ghostly?
I never leave the house.
I was Joanna. I was going to actually say that as well. You are a little bit. I don't think I'm that tan. I didn't get that tan, but you are a little bit ghostly white. Barry, 37 months. Thank you, my friend. Gator, where are we at? 16 months. I mean, 16 is one of my lucky numbers. It was my birthday. So 16 is one of my lucky numbers. Thank you for joining up for 16 months. Evelyn, what do we got? 32. We're almost at 3 years. 3 years. And you know where we're at with Wayne? Over 2 years. Thank you, Wayne. Appreciate you. So,
Wayne says hello.
Oh,
guys, we're going to be talking about the Funko lottery. I'd seen a lot of people were not happy with that. I mean, what is your general opinions? Jess, I'll go with you first. What's your general opinions on the lottery setup? What do you like? What do you hate about it?
I think something needed to be done for the really low count because Funko couldn't handle it. Like, they never could handle it right. So one way or another,
Mhm.
they're not going to handle it right. I think people always feel they can't handle it right. But when you're getting like anything maybe below 1,200, kind of gets to that point where they have issues with it and everything. Um, But other than that, like I think it can be a good thing because it gives some different opportunity there. But I don't know why. I wonder why they went away from the EQL system.
I was thinking the very same thing. I thought the EQL was always, if you're going to do a lottery type system, I mean, why go away? Do you think they probably have to pay for it? Maybe that's why they went away from it. But with all the bot encryption stuff that they said that they were putting in place, was it an even swap?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe it didn't do it too. Maybe it didn't work as well as they thought.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. John is going through it down here right now.
Just got nuked.
Go back to the one setting right before. That's still a little
I look like I did something wrong.
You look interrogate. Well, listen, I'll interrogate you. What do you think about the lottery system? Do you like that they did it? Do you hate it?
I think it's one of those things like whatever they do, people are going to be upset. So
are you upset? But that's what I'm saying. Are you upset? I know that people are going to be upset. That's what I wanted to talk through.
No, I'm not upset about it just because the EQL system had flaws. So I think it was time for a new system. It's just I have managed expectations. Like there's a couple Emerald City Comic Con pops that I want, but I have the expectation of I'm getting nothing. And I think other people go into it the opposite, where they feel like, hey, I should get everything. Like I want to buy everything or I want to get everything. And that's just not how it's going to be. Like what's the lowest piece count? 500 pieces? Like there's
I think the Batman was the lowest.
Yeah, I saw the black and white Batman was 500. So it's like, you can't expect to get everything or even anything because people, I think, sometimes forget there's thousands of people worldwide going for these items. So they just have to do something.
I think that's kind of where it's at. I think they had to do something. What were you going to say, Josh?
Well, do you think they need it for everything, though? Like, they have things that are 8,000 piece, 5,000 piece count that are part of this new lottery system. Is that needed? Have we seen 8,000 pieces sell out? And
that's probably not needed. That's probably them just trying to hype up their lower piece count stuff because we've seen 5,000 piece items sit and not sell out right away. So,
but can you get extra entries by using your reward points? Is it more of a rewards point, like hey, use your reward points, use them. I don't know.
Yeah, listen, when they first announced the for the Cyclops, when they first announced that they were going to go to a lottery, my initial reaction was I was kind of glad that they were doing it because I couldn't get anything ever. You know what I'm saying? But then it got to a point where I do understand where most people are coming from with the bots, that you could just create as many accounts as you want. They had the 50 points, the 50-point deal where, that's probably a little bit too low for that second entry. But really, if you're able to create the bot accounts and do that kind of thing anyway, now are they actually actively trying to do anything about it? They're saying that they are, but are they? I just want to have a fair shake. I think that's where everybody would say. I think everybody just would want to have, feel like you have a fair shake. I'm completely fine. I'm with John. I'm okay with not getting anything versus, yeah, that's better. I go with that.
It's like an office meeting.
I like the idea of not getting anything versus having just way overproduced stuff that literally is going to sit there. So I like that they moved. Really, I mean, quite honestly, guys, like we've talked about this for a couple of years. They're doing exactly what we asked. Like we are getting mostly limited, especially on this draft. I think there was only 3 that are not limited pieces. Everything else is limited. Again, I think the biggest thing for me is that I don't like that there's not a transparent way. They haven't really come out to say how they're going to combat bots with something like this. And I think, like you said, Josh, I think on the 8,000 piece, I don't think it's going to be necessary, especially at Dungeons and Dragons. I don't think that's going to be necessary to do that behind there. But I also didn't like on all the drops them having to take like 2,000 points and 3,000 points, and because you're going to start milking people dry of their points. And now,
points.
Yeah, it's just that was too much too. So I felt like they had to do something. I think this is better, but is it great? It's probably not great either. But this is the second iteration, let's call it. They improved it a little bit by upping the points a little bit for the second entry. We got to see where they're going to go from here, I think.
Do you think it helps them also judge? It'll also give them a little bit of a judge of like how many people are really interested in something.
Yeah.
At least are interested enough to fill out the form or, put an entry in, but also use their points. So then you see like how many people are kind of like what ones are the highest ones, what ones are the lowest ones, those kind of things. I mean, it's going to be crazy for a 500 piece. If 20,000 people click to get it, your chances are like a lottery ticket kind of piece at that point, but I don't know. I say it does help them on issues. So one of the ones I was thinking about is Krang. Remember Krang total mess of a drop like twice in a day, and then did they ever really drop it? Does anyone know if they ever dropped it really? Because after that they had some that sold that went through and they honored those, but there was others that didn't, but I never seen them drop it again or correct that mistake or anything like that. So hey, put a lottery out there. I want to try to enter and get that Krang still. I don't know how many are out there.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. I mean, we didn't see anything after that, and honestly, I forgot about that one too. That's one that I have to pick up at some point. I am checking through the chat. I think, I wanted to get everybody's kind of feel on this, and David, I kind of agree with you. I would prefer. And I just checked it. I just checked it on because I wanted to see. I did enter for Art the Clown. Just why not? You know what I'm saying? They're trying to sell it for $2,000 on eBay. Why not try to get it? I'd like a Christmas horror pop. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, like you click on the details, you could see that you're entered in there. You could see that I spent the 200 points to get the second entry. I should have created like 40 accounts. I unfortunately didn't because I don't want to waste my time doing that. But at least it shows that you're kind of signed up. But I agree with you. I'd like to kind of have a courtesy email to say that I lost because I miss that. I miss seeing that I'm a loser. I feel like I got that back in the day. That was one thing that I kind of enjoyed to see that I missed out on something.
You got it with EQL. I remember.
That's what I'm saying.
I remember. Sorry, you're a loser. Kind of email, but also EQL did something where. I guess it bettered your chances. If you won a drop, your chances somehow went down and other people's went up. I don't know how EQL was supposed to work, but that's what it said it did. Like if you didn't get a drop, the next drop you have a little better chance. If you keep not getting a drop, you have a better and better chance kind of thing. But so that's kind of nice. Like I don't know. It'll be. I don't also like how EQL made you kind of set up your payment prior to winning,
and it's just charged.
Where this doesn't. So then you have to wait for the people to get. And how many of these aren't claimed at a point? Like the email gets forgotten, lost. You didn't check your email. You didn't see it, or something like that, or those kind of weird things. At a point, where do you? I would say take that payment up front. I mean. Everyone does it. I mean, sneaker companies do it. Topps does it. All these different companies do these. Like, if you're picked, we're taking payment, I think.
Oh, I didn't know that. Funko Hollywood gave out wristbands 2 days before the drop. That's messed up.
Yeah, they were supposed to do that they had people lining up on Wednesday for the Friday drop. And I think that what they decided is they didn't want people lined up, so they just started handing out all the wristbands. So all the wristbands were gone on Wednesday for the Friday drop, which
was only 30, I think. 30 of them, or something like that. They said.
And that doesn't seem like the right way to do it either. I mean, that's and on top of that, like I've seen a lot of people complaining that they were doing that at all because you have to, you got to spend you get a free entry, but so it's not necessarily you don't have to get the second entry, so don't necessarily.
You're not going to change your odds that much.
You're not. No, you're not. Especially
they should have gave them. They should have gave them fake wristbands. Like gave them Buffalo Wild Wing wristbands.
Send them away.
So then they like came back and they're like, oh, that was the wrong wristband.
Hey, how
Well,
do you know they didn't?
and it's the
Right.
whole chair thing too. Like people put their chair and then leave. Like that's a
That's
whole
that,
drama.
that's messed up. Like
Yeah,
that should not
like
be.
you got to be there. Unless
Then
you
I'll
gotta
just
go to
put
the
I'll
bathroom.
fly there and put my chair out in front and center and be like, this is my spot for the
And then
next
come back on
5 years.
Friday. And
Yeah, I'll just come back
bring
on
your
the
food
drop.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I
they-
kind of agree with Turbo as well. Like, there's got to be some validation that, like, you either have had to make a purchase over, let's say, the last 6 months. You know what I mean? Like, there's got to be something. Listen, even that is not going to make everybody happy. Everybody
So-
wouldn't be happy
so-
with that either.
What does the majority of the community want? Does everybody just want it to go back to a free for all? Like they just drop everything, no lottery, no picking system, just first come, first serve?
Yeah, but listen, that's kind of why I want to have the discussion that we're
But
having.
then you run into
I don't think that
bots.
that's good either.
Yeah, then you run into bots, and like, what if your internet's slower than somebody else? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's no winning. Like, what is the
The only thing that counteracted that is that it required fan points. Really, you weren't getting with these like 1,200 piece, even the 2,000 piece. You weren't getting that pop unless you spent the fan reward points. And if you got to spend 2,000 points, you're not going to create 1,000 bot accounts that have 2,000 points, and unless you really are like figuring out how to scam the system and somehow put those points in there automatically. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
But like I said, I think they needed to do something because they're going to milk everybody dry by taking 2,000 points. I think they realize maybe that's something they realize. Maybe they don't. It's not something they realize, and they thought this was better for a different reason. But
I don't think it was the bots. I think actually it was their system not being able to handle
the traffic,
and the people then going in and trying to get stuff. Now I know plenty of people that have got stuff regular. I got several drops. I got drops after they dropped and restocked on those ones that were that Cyber Monday one. Like they were restocked like 15 minutes after because someone probably checked out and then maybe their stuff got released or they realized they had multiple and got canceled or whatever happened. But I remember refreshing and trying to Apple Pay checkout to get the quickest checkout possible. I mean, I think their system was the issue because a lot of times the reward point part was the hard part. Checking out is easy because once you get the reward part, it kind of reserves your spot and to get that. But the reward part held up everything. When they didn't do rewards, they didn't really have any issues checking out. Like it went pretty smooth, I think pretty fast. But when they added the reward part, it seemed like that caused like when people were trying to issue, a lot of people got like system errors and things like that. And it could be just because the system error was that it was already sold out, or already gone kind of thing, or trying to figure out what to do and all that. I don't like the fact that I don't think they need to drop 30 of them at Funko Hollywood.
right?
Like that doesn't bring in any business for Funko Hollywood. It just brings in the 30 people that waited in line the other day that got wristbands. They'll go in there.
You don't even need the people.
Yeah.
Apparently, just look at the first 30 chairs. Look at all the names on the chairs
I mean,
and be like, all right, that's the people that got it.
It doesn't do it. Like I get it if you dropped the whole thing at Funko Hollywood. Like if you had an exclusive Funko Hollywood, it was 750 pieces, and you dropped it. That'd bring people in, right? One only. You get it, whatever. This you have to like show ID or reward account or whatever it's going to do. But I think really it made no sense. And then Funko HQ does it, but you can't stay outside of Funko HQ.
Gus wants
Like,
straight Hunger Games. Just keep all the pops at the cons. People who actually attend the cons get the products. Yeah, I mean, I'm not against that. I'm not for that because unfortunately there's a lot of people who can't get to cons. I mean, we're not in a position to go to cons at least for a while just with having a baby. So it's not fair to people, if there's a lot of people who can't do crowds, there's a lot of people who can't travel, there's a lot of people who have to work. Like it's just you run into problems that way, and then you alienate a section of your fan base by not using the internet. So once again, there's no perfect system.
Yeah,
So
I mean, I listen. I think what you just said, John, is the exact thing. There is no perfect system. Is there a better system than what they have right now? Probably. And I think the only way that they do that is they either be very transparent on how, because again, I'm okay. Like I'm an adult. I'm not going to sell my collection if I don't get every single pop from ECCC. Because honestly, I'm looking at it right now. And we'll go through it tonight. We'll take a look at them too. Um, I love the black and white pops, so I would love to get that Batman. I'm not going to get it. It's 500 pieces. I know I won't. I know somebody else is going to get all those, but like the Wolverine, I like this Wolverine. And again, we'll look at these, but I think I have a fair chance at getting that. But if
well,
I don't get it, I'm not going to get upset about it. Like that's okay. I like that we have.
I'm not going to get upset about it. I'm just going to go on Whatnot later and try to outbid everybody.
That's exactly. I'm saying that without saying that. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
even that is kind of fun. Like how am I going to get a deal over the weekend? And how are they going to do that at the cons? Like there's got to be some of these. There
well, they
are
have to
going to
split
be.
them, right?
I would imagine
Number-wise,
that's what they're going to do, right?
like you're not going to have 500 of those Batmans online. You're going to have 100 of them, 200 of them, whatever they're going to choose, because they're going to have ones at the con. So how many are they going to actually have online?
I think we
I
said
mean-
it forever though. Make it hard to get con pops. Why? Like there are
It's okay.
some that are available for us online. I can't wait to see how
I
they.
think so. I kind of like a hybrid of what Gus said. I think there should be this, like, regardless of like lottery or not, however they decide to distribute the pops through whatever system. I think there should be some pops that are con only and pops that are like at home only, and you have two separate catalogs. So it
Black
gives
and white
people-
Batman should be con only, 500 pieces.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Like whoever goes to the con, like you get rewarded in a way by having the opportunity to purchase stuff that you can only get at the con. Even if they wanted to have some overlap too, if they wanted to say like, hey, here's the catalog that's going to be on both sites, a little piece of the catalog's on the website, and then a little piece of the catalog is, in at con only, just to mix it up.
Yeah, I think they're actually kind of doing that. I think they kind of listen to because this is not the first time you said that. I think you had a stronger stance of saying that you wanted everything con only before and nothing available, which I don't think that's 100% wrong. I think it's okay.
I was always for that stance. I just like I understand that there's situations where people can't get to
100%.
a con, and
You don't want to alienate people.
You don't want to alienate people because like Funko is one of the few hobbies left that I feel like is affordable. I really think that a lot of hobbies right now are pricing people out, and people are really upset over that. So Funko remains strong in the camp of having a really affordable product for most people. But in doing that, you need to make sure that your product is available, or that most people have the opportunity to purchase your product. So I get why people are upset over this lottery system. The fact of the matter is, like, I mean, for years we never got, and even after we started our channel, it wasn't like, oh, we started our channel and now we get cool stuff, cool limited pieces. Like Funko's limited pieces and desired pops have always been hard to get. It's not going to change.
No, and I mean, judging by some of the pricing and some of the other limited stuff that's come out over the last couple months, like people want them, whether it's just for the number, whether it's the design, whatever it's going to be. Like, it's interesting that they're doing this for a con, but like, I don't know. I kind of like it. In a way, I don't, again, I'm saying that with also saying, I don't like that it's going to be botted the heck out of him. You're going to see people post pictures of having 50 of these at some point. Do you know what I mean? And you're not going to hear probably as many people as maybe we normally would that are actually collectors that end up with these. I'm hoping that's not. I'm hoping all of that's not the case. I'm hoping they do counteract the bots. However, because they said they have like a team that, if you read their vlog, they have a team that's actually dedicated to doing that.
Their team is probably like some dude with like a 7-Eleven Slurpee cup in his laptop. Like that's their team.
That's kind of what listen, it was 2 lines of text in there saying that they're going to combat the bots. I don't know how they're going to do that. Like I would have liked that explained a little bit more, so I felt a little more comfortable that was actually going to happen. So what's going to bother me is if now we're finally getting these limited pieces. I don't mind I don't mind a lottery. I kind of mind this kind of lottery. And listen, you got to give them a chance to work through the kinks a little bit. Because what also was not a pleasant experience for me, much like Josh had said as well, I did try to get multiple ones. Like I'm looking at the limited pieces here, multiple ones. I would literally just sit there and have to click refresh, and the thing would spin. I'd never got to even the checkout part. And after 15 minutes, I'm like, listen, I got to get back to work here. I can't sit here for a half hour. I'd love to keep clicking this button, but like that's frustrating. So I'd rather just enter a lottery. And yes, I would like it. I would like an email back that says I'm a loser, because I've not had that loser email in a while. But other than that, like I'd rather just do that anyway. It's a little less stressful in the moment. But you got to feel like you have a shot at it, which I felt like I had a shot on the EQL when they did that. So I don't know why they didn't kind of go back to that, but whatever. What are you going to do? I hope that they tweak it a little bit, but I think that this is probably what we're looking at for here. And how much will they change it by, SDCC? I'm not sure.
So for ECCC, have they like talked about how they're doing like the booth? Like
I've not seen anything for that.
They're not even going to be there, right? They said they don't have anybody to go, right?
Shop at our flagship store, purchase ECC online. So they're just telling people to go to their store. Like, are they having a booth?
Actually, no. You know what? I think from what I read, the only place you're going to be able to get you'll be able to get. I think they are going to have some of these at Funko Hollywood, and I think they were going to have some of these at the HQ.
But didn't they say they were going to have them at like the Reed Pop or whatever the main booth is at Emerald City Comic Con? Isn't that?
I did not see that.
Okay, here we go. We're excited to be back hometown for our first ever Funko is partnering with ECCC to bring best-selling. Fans can purchase our 11 exclusive collectibles at the official ECCC show store, booth 10905, beginning Thursday, March 5th. So that's their show store. So that's going to be a mess. I'm excited. Do they know like how much of a mess like Funko booth gets?
So they didn't do any. Terms. They're just having you just walk up over there?
The booth, I guess so. And then they're going to have the flagship store will have them as well on Friday. And to purchase limited ECC items in store, you must be a Fan Rewards member.
But no Funko representatives will actually be there selling.
For the other part. For the other part, it doesn't sound like it, which is weird. Like
it's weird because they said stuff. Like we're back at our hometown.
So
Comic-Con.
So are they not maybe selling the limited? Like, are they selling all the limited stuff at that other booth too, or just the regular stuff
just
and the limited
three
stuff?
Other ones?
They made it really confusing this year. Like that's and you don't have to have a booth time or anything like that. Oh, they're gonna get it. They're gonna feel the Funko force on that one.
Look what Aisha said. I wonder if Reed Pop will sell branded lawn chairs. Oh my god! Now you got to bring your own chair. BYOC.
I guess at least they got good terms with.
Oh man, this is gonna be
Reed Pop.
This is gonna be really bad.
Yeah, I mean,
you might actually have a better chance of getting something at home through the lottery than you would going to.
Even though you're fighting the bots, you still might have a better.
Yeah, I would take my chance against the bots than against the chair,
the lawn chairs,
the chair flippers.
At least with Hollywood, you can't start lining up before 5 a.m. Or at HQ. At HQ. Oh, I think they probably
put a note out.
You don't think the HQ chair flippers are going to look at the Hollywood chair flippers and be like, hey, these guys are lining up 2 days ahead of time. I'm going to go there. I think
Hollywood allows it. I think Hollywood has some like different, like I'm sure it's a city ordinance or policy too of stuff and weird things like that. Maybe I'm sure also weird things of like who owns what parts and pieces. Like if it's city property, you might not be able to tell people to leave. Like if they're on a sidewalk of city property versus sidewalk of your company property.
Yeah, it could depend on that for sure.
And still, people would be like somewhere else saying, "I'm in line. You have to be behind." You know, people will still do that. Like they'll fight about it and everything. I'm sure, but if they're going to be at that booth, that's going to be a crazy mess. Just the show booth to pick everything up. So
Alex says Hollywood doesn't care. He's been there several times. Hollywood.
Yeah, I don't think they care because I don't think they can. I don't think they can enforce anything. I mean, it's different, dealing with different cities and their laws and enforcements and what they can enforce and can't enforce, all kinds of stuff.
And listen, it has gotten a little bit complicated. I think because they're doing this for a con for the first time. So typical Friday releases that you get the limited release pops have a lottery system now. This con is going to be the first one where they also do the same kind of lottery system. So, I could bring it up. Let me bring it up.
Yeah. So also, I have a quick question. I feel like maybe this was already addressed somewhere. Is it so the limited piece pops? They're still the higher price tiers though, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Oh yeah.
So you got to go through a lottery to pay more. Like they should have done the lottery, and then they should have made all the pops $15 again.
Well, they're
too late for that. They went to their new price, man. You'll pay them anyways.
So like the 500 piece Batman's like what, like $50?
40 bucks. 50 bucks. $49.99.
So I have to get my bots and hope my bots are better than Dave, Evelyn, and Gus's bots. So I have the opportunity to spend.
So you have to pay $300 for your bots to pay $50 for the pop. To flip it for $2,000 online, which you won't be able to flip.
That's a lot of work. You might lose people just based on that. So you might actually have a pretty fair shot at getting something.
So
I think Art's going to be crazier than Batman. No,
that's fine. That's fine.
Art's definitely going to be crazier than Batman. So at 12 p.m. Pacific, the drawing closes and the emails will go up. I'm guessing
that's for Art.
For Art, exactly. We're just talking Art right now. See, I'm in for 2x.
You still got time to get in if you haven't. John,
if you've not got in,
I don't want any part of this. I don't want in. So you guys can have my.
I actually love this pop, and I don't think I would sell it. I actually probably would keep this because I'm a weirdo like that. It brings like Christmas and it's very holiday-ish to me. Maybe not so much.
Now, honestly, that pop for me just ruined Halloween and Christmas. It's a double.
I understand that.
This one, I have to enter in for this. Of course.
Yeah. So you can see we got. So this is going to be on March 2nd. So the con starts. Is March 2nd a Friday? Does the con start on a Friday?
This is before the con.
No, that's Monday. March 2nd.
When is ECCC?
I think it's the next week.
No, I'm just kidding, Gus. I wouldn't even know if somebody said make bots. I wouldn't even know.
So the dates for ECCC is March 5th through 8th. So it's right before the con.
So they're doing
next weekend
on a Monday.
Well, so you can purchase it when the con. You got it or not. So they'll probably do the picking of it when you'll be able to check out maybe with your other con non-limited stuff. Maybe they'll announce it. So they're doing the lottery. They're opening the lottery before.
Do you think they're doing this just because they looked across the board and they're like, wow, a lot of people have way too many rewards points in their accounts. We need to get rid of these points.
Well, these are free though. You're not even paying. You don't have that. See, that's the rub right now. That's the problem I think right now. You don't have to use any of your points for this. Anybody that has an account, they're not even you don't even have to have a fan reward account. See, no fan reward membership needed. You just have to have a Funko account. The problem is that's the easiest way for a bot. You could create thousands of accounts relatively easily, and you don't need a membership. You don't need points or anything like that. Now, if you want to get for a second, which I wouldn't. Yeah, I think David might have said it before. Like, why keep on going and throwing extra points at it? Because you are burning your points at that point. If that's not something you get back. This most likely what they did with Art is they required if you wanted that second entry, you had to spend 200 points. these will all probably be the same. We're gonna look at like 8 of them here. Like, do you want to spend 1,600 points to go for a secondary chance when you know that, like, even Joe Schmo could legitimately, like, between our household, I know I have 3 accounts. Could I go on all 3 and just get my 1 entry? I could have 3 entries without having to spend any points.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't really I don't like that. I mean, that is a little bit, you know.
So, also interesting enough, if you scroll down a little bit, there's actually a little line that says this will actually have the Emerald City Comic Con sticker on it as well, too. Not a shared sticker, which they have done in the past with some of the limited ones. So they're actually giving one sticker. They're not doing the 2 different stickers, at least for this one. For the limited ones, it seems like.
I just laughed at what Wayne said. He goes, "I want to be a bot."
Wait, if we could only all be bots, do you know what I'm saying? It seems like they get everything. So I mean, it probably is amazing to be a bot. I don't even really understand what bots are, but like they seem like such a hassle. Like, who wants to do all that for this? It seems like a hassle to me.
I agree with that 100%. They should be having meetings about that daily. Pipsqueak said, hopefully they're looking and saying, "Wow." Oh, no, now it's gone. Wow, we are letting Thrilljoy steal our soda market. Yeah, people are loving the Thrilljoys.
They for sure have done that.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing with sodas, but thank God instead of sodas we have the Facet Pongo.
You know, probably not necessary on this pop. I mean, the Facet, I feel, I don't know. I think it's cool they did the 1,001 pieces. I like. That's kind of fun.
Should have made it 101 pieces.
That would have been a lot more fun. And
I think that's all we needed. I don't think we needed more than 100.
No, 101 would have satisfied pretty much everybody.
That's not how the stickers are going to be, right? That's going to be rough.
Yeah, it probably will be. I mean,
why not just print? Like, if we're printing, I'm so confused. So, like, why don't we just print everything on the box? If we're putting chase stickers on the box, like, we're getting away from stickers. I thought we were trying to save money on stickers.
But people want stickers still.
I want stickers, but like, I hate the inconsistencies. Like, if my con sticker is a sticker, I want my chase sticker to be a sticker. Like,
do you want a facet sticker now on there too? Do you want to add that?
I want to be able to see Pongo. That's my main concern.
Would you prefer it not to be on there? I wouldn't.
I don't know what I want. I just want to see Pongo. Just pick one sticker, the best
There's
sticker.
part of me, John, that I would rather have the stickers on there than being able to see Pongo. I mean, unfortunately, I like the ECCC sticker better than this pop in this.
So,
you know what's stupid, though? Let me just, real quick. You know what's stupid? I want to enter for this. Why? Why do I want to do that? I do want to enter for this. Is it because it's a limited Disney? Am I that mental?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, John.
I want to enter it, but it's one of those pops when you win it, you're like, ah.
But you know what? You get it, and then you're like, it looks really good.
Now I gotta give them $40.
You know what? There's been a couple that I thought they looked terrible, and they come in and they've looked really good. And the facet, like, it's weird. Glam shots give them no like perception of like how they'll actually look.
Yeah, that's true.
You're right. But I said this even when I opened up the last turtle one, whatever the last turtle one was that was limited. Like, I didn't really love it, but it's got a number on it. What is wrong with me? Why do I have to buy it? Like, I had to add that one. Like, I didn't want to have to.
I think of all the, like, all jokes aside, I think of all the characters, this actually looks to be one of the better faceted ones, just because he is white. Like, he's white, like me. You know, so it doesn't look super crystal.
I love the box. I kind of wish it wasn't a faceted. I wish it was just a regular.
What if he was flocked, dude? That would kill.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what this could have been. It could have been so much better. But listen, we're complainers. You gotta complain.
What are we doing? Like a year ago, this wouldn't even be limited. So now here we are. I'm happy it's limited. I'm excited.
I am too.
I'm gonna enter.
You know what? I'm going after this one. I'm going so far. I'm 2 for 2. I'm going after Batman and this one.
All right.
What was the next one? Okay, this one I know I'm definitely not going after. Even though
this is crazy.
man,
Baldur's Gate. Man.
Baldur's Gate. everybody loves this, right? Except for me. I just don't know what this is, but it seems like everybody else in
You
the
haven't
world
played
knows
this, Vince?
Everybody
It's the
knows
hottest
about
game
this.
right now.
This is a game?
I was just playing this right before PFO.
Are you being for real right now?
No, I have no idea.
You still haven't seen Jaws, so I don't
have
trust
no
that
idea
you
what
played
this is.
any Baldur's.
No, this chick looks like one of my
Baldur's.
exes from high school. I have no idea what's going on here.
I actually, until you said it was a game spot, I thought this was a movie. This is a
It's
game.
a game spot. Yeah, it's a game spot.
Okay. I thought it was a movie. You know what?
It's a
Shame on
game.
me. I do feel bad about that, but I bet you this thing is going to be.
This will be hot.
You want? If we want to talk about Grail,
wait! Time out, Funko. What are we doing here? Why do we have parallel sticker placement compared to sticker placement that was top to bottom?
What do you prefer?
I prefer
Who
this.
knows where they'll place
I prefer
it?
this
It
as
might
well.
I
be
prefer
over.
this. You can see a majority of Salute here, or
I
whatever.
think Josh is right. Who knows where they're going to actually stick these stickers?
That's true.
You'll probably forget the sticker altogether, and you'll get half.
It probably will come with no
sticker and
sticker.
half without a sticker.
Oh, Jonathan knows the game. Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah, listen. No, for real. Like I'm very hip. I know a lot of stuff. I know that's surprising to some people, but
Baldur's
maybe
Gate has been
other
around
people-
for 20 years. Oh, geez.
What?
Thank
Oh,
you,
this-
Evelyn. No, that's the truth, Evelyn. I have no time. We don't even have a I don't there's gaming systems in the house, but I just move them so I can try to figure out how to watch regular TV. Like Isabel has her whole setup with the Switch, and I don't know. She's got the headset. She's always plugged in. At any given time, there's 22 people listening in on our regular dinner conversation from all over the world. She was like, "Oh,
Probably.
this person's in Madrid." I'm like, "Some dude is playing Minecraft with you from Madrid right now." Like, all right.
Yeah, I've accidentally turned mine on a couple times, moving it. But no, listen, Baldur's Gate. I think that this, again, you watch. I think this is going to be 100. Like if we start talking, we could start talking Grails again for con pops, which we haven't done in multiple years, as far as I'm concerned. Like this, I think is going to be
This
one
will
of
be a
those.
Grail. Yeah.
Yeah, if you pop up on Whatnot, and again, who's going to get these in hand for the Whatnot weekend?
It's a sleeper Grail though. I
Might
think
not
we'll
even be a
have-
sleeper though, because
Well,
gaming
because-
pops they have a strong following.
You remember the D&D one that was out from it was WonderCon when they first started the new price tier. It was selling on the aftermarket for normal price, whatever. It was selling for the $40, maybe $45. It was the same kind of idea, but now it's $100 pop. But no one thought it was. No one went after it, but it was a D&D one, and I knew it was going to go up. It was there's not that many limited D&D. That's like this. This is the only Baldur's Gate that's going to be limited, right? I don't think there is another limited one out there. Probably not going to be a ton of limited ones out there. So it's going to be that one that everyone that collects these needs. And
now, this is something I'll ask the chat, because I think I think all three of us are going to be on the same page with this. This is something that I'm curious to hear on the chat. Like you just said, Josh, I don't think Baldur's Gate pops have any limited, or probably none.
And I don't think they have huge value too.
Do people hate this though? Do they hate when they make a 1,500 piece? This is the only way we might get Cellunati, Shadowheart.
I don't think people realize that collect these, that they even made this. These are the collectors typically that aren't following what's dropping at that con for Funko. They're not following Funko's social channels probably. They're just collecting because they love the game. And when stuff comes out from the game, they have Funko Pops, they have whatever other, figures and stuff like that from it. They're not just Funko collectors. These are the people that are going to go after this, that are very specific to, so they might not even know it drops that day. They might not even care about it till later on. People see it and be like, oh, I didn't even know that exists. And that happens all the time with stuff, right? We see Funko drop stuff. People are like, whatever, it's there. And then people realize, wow, I should have picked that up. I mean, a great example right now, of course, it's different kind of concept, but Derek from Stranger Things, right? I guess he's supposed to restock or whatever, but what is he going for right now? $80-$90.
Right.
It was a simple, easy one to grab on Amazon in that when it came out, but the show hadn't fully come out. No one grabbed it. Kind of like Eddie. We saw that before. And now everyone wants it, but everyone wants it also because he's starting to go around and go all these cons and sign too. I know he's going to be at MegaCon. He's been at several other cons and stuff like that. So people want the Funko Pop, not just for the collection, but also for him to sign and things too. So it becomes a different commodity.
Well, he's a good character on the show too.
Yeah.
Travis, thank you, my friend. Appreciate you. What a nice chat. You know, whenever anybody gifts anything, I appreciate that, Travis. That's very kind of you. But yeah, no, but what I do see people get like upset when they like, we'll see a couple. I think there was at least one or two other examples in here. I just see people get upset when it was the alien pop, I think is what I'm thinking of right now, because like people wanted to see, we've never got one of those pops from that character. I think that one was super limited as well. You know, do you get upset by that if you're collecting a line and now you've got one that, you know, because I think what you said, Josh, is right. I think that there's people that aren't even aware that there's Baldur's Gate pops. You know what I mean? But then when they become aware of it, they might have to chase after the Grail and the set and whatever. But there's going to be people that have them all so far. If there's multiple ones, because I would not have a clue. But if they already have the whole set and this is the one to like that they've really been waiting for, and now it's limited. It's more expensive to buy out the gate. I'm going to have
that. Remember, I mean,
raffle.
It's something as basic as like, remember in 2017, Sour Patch Kids. They dropped the first 5 Sour Patch Kids as commons, and then they were like, boom, here's the green Emerald City Comic Con, 1,000 pieces. People were fuming. They were packing up their lawn chairs. They were done. They were like, this is BS.
See,
and that thing is still like $300.
The way I've always looked at this, that's why I was asking that. I think that for me personally, I like when they throw a Grail in there that you got to go after, because it actually makes that set more fun to complete.
I'm very mixed on this, because like I still want Starkiller, and Starkiller has gone up in price. So we're leading up to May 4th, so it makes sense. But yeah, it's a tough situation. So
you're starting to hate that, because I don't know. Would you rather that one better a regular release?
So maybe me and the Baldur's Gate people. Yeah, so maybe me and the Baldur's Gate people can relate to this, because like I don't know how prominent is this character in the game, but either way, this is not a well-known character. Like I bet you all these people, like most of the people in this stream right now, probably don't know who this is. There might be a few people, like Randy said, Jonathan plays the game, so Jonathan might know this character, of course. But like it's kind of like what I equate to like with the Star Wars and Funko community as a whole. Starkiller is very relatively unknown. So that's why I was like, why is this pop being hoarded by people when you're literally just hoarding it and charging me an obscene price because I care about this character? You don't. You got me. So I thought I had one. Somebody reached out and they were so close. They were going to sell me one for a very reasonable price, and then they decided that they wanted double. And I was like, well,
and they rechecked the eBay listing.
Yeah, they were like, oh, well, I didn't know.
I mean, I saw that crazy. Like, go check out the Stranger Things NFTs. Those things have gone crazy in price. Like I thought I was selling them for a decent price early on, and now, I mean, I sold one the other day, and they went up to over $200 for the legendaries. Some of them. So yeah. I don't even know what the Grail's going for, the Murray kind of thing, but like it's crazy to see some of the prices because people realize how limited they were, because they were 50% of the actual number. Yeah. So, but I see this one as people will grab this one, but I don't think it will go crazy out of the gate. I think later on this will jump and then climb more and more. But
jeez, are you selling it on this? Do I got to try to pick this one up then? So
I mean, you should scroll it away.
No, I might have to try to get this one so I can sell it to keep funding my Star Killer journey.
You might be able to get a Star Killer for
Trade.
Shadow
What a
Heart.
trade. Yeah.
See, and that's kind of the point. Like now, this does, I just put the, I think it was that Funko just said this, because I kind of agree. It is causing, it will create, it's going to do what I think.
But that's the whole point of collecting.
They want to create that hype because
Yeah,
I
that's
think
the whole point of collecting.
into picking this one up.
If everything's a $10 common and like then nobody, I mean, then very few people would care. Like it's just.
No, yeah, I mean, and that's exactly, that's exactly what it is, and I think that's what cons should be about. I mean, I like that they're doing these right here are for the most part better than what we've been getting on the Friday drops, as far as I'm concerned. No, this one I don't. You know what?
I don't know
think
about
this is a grail. Personally, I don't think this is going to be one of those that.
I thought we were done. I thought we were moving past this. I thought this was just a bump in the road.
This isn't even a great quote. Like I feel like this is like we need something for him. Oh, okay. Looks like a job for Superman. Like, come on. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, this might be a little bit of a mess.
Like, take out the speech bubble, and this
too.
would be a cool pop. Take out the speech bubble.
Yeah, we got this pop. This was a pop. If you took away the speech bubble, we got this pop back in 2015.
Yeah, but they could redo another version. It's limited now. They'll change a color or something. It's a little more sharpening, maybe. A little more.
This will be one of those. I think that's one of like. Where does this settle in at? Does this become a $70 pop? I mean, it's 15.
Yeah, I mean.
Do you know what I mean? I don't think it drops below 40.
No, I don't think it'll drop below the value. I think it'll be out of the gate. It'll be a little higher, but it'll be like that $75.
Because when you think of some of the ones that have been like around 1,500 pieces, the pricing has gone surprisingly a little bit higher than what I would have expected with some of the.
Way higher.
You know what I'm saying? It's higher than where you would think. And I think that's super
weird because like you look at the piece count because this is a 1,500 piece, right?
1,500 piece.
It's so bizarre to me. Like you look at the 15, like whatever this price will be, it will probably like be higher than what we expect. And then you'll pull up like an 800 piece NFT pop in your collection that's like $40, and you're like, what? Like,
yeah,
makes no sense.
You're right.
I think part of it is like the market to sell though. Like these people. So many different people get where NFTs was still a niche of people getting them. I mean, we saw like how many like this last Disney run, right? Like the Toy Story that came in.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw what's popping, like how many he got out of the bunch. He probably owns 10% of the of some of the characters there, it feels like. But that like that kind of thing, like then that person they're just selling all of them, then that kind of sets that market where if people aren't all selling them and only 5 or 6 hit the market, then your price starts going up, right? Like if not as many people, like if someone's not consistently always having a bunch for sale and just trying to clear them out, then eventually the price goes up. It's that supply and demand. Like eventually people are looking for it and being like, okay, well, I'm willing to pay $250 for it, and there's only one on the market, so I'm willing to pay that, And then the other person sees that someone bought for $250 and might be like, I'm going to try like $280, and then, it'll go up. But I don't see something like this. It's a 5,000 piece.
Yeah,
it's not going to be insane. It's going to be a decent price. You're going to get double your money at least for it, maybe triple if you're lucky.
I like what they did with the box on this one. I think that because there's so many Batman pops already, 5,000 piece. You're talking,
and
it's going to be around retail. For me, I'm thinking between retail and $40. This is not going to be something that I see like going crazy. And then this was the first one that they're showing with both stickers too. And I'm assuming a 5,000 piece. Yeah, so are these going to be the ones that maybe we're going to see at the con and,
probably at that shop, maybe at the shop you can get it. So will that then like value it less? If it's easier to get, someone can walk up there and buy one. and then sell it really quick to make a quick double their money. Then
You know what
it becomes
You know
like if
what I'm
someone can just
wondering
walk up
though?
and don't have to wait 5 hours in line.
How do they do this at SDCC? Do you think because they'll be physically at SDCC, they're going to handle this differently?
I don't know. Like if they're not requiring like at the they're gonna at SCCC. They're gonna stick with you have to have a time slot and you have to have but they're not doing that. So it's going to be a mess. Yeah.
Yeah, this will be a mess with that. I'm curious to see how they're going to handle the lottery and all that stuff for SDCC if they plan on doing this whole thing. Because now, what are we taking away from? Because this is limited. We've had like 3 or 4, but now we're talking like whatever we're looking at, 8 or 9 here. This is going to probably be a small catalog compared to what we get for SDCC. How many are going to be limited for there?
I think 50%. I think about half will be limited. I think you already saw them lean that way. New York Comic Con had quite a few limited pieces. They didn't do this part of it. I think you'll start SCCC. You'll have the online ones. You'll still have some in-person only ones, I think, at some point, because they know they can sell them there. I think they're worried about selling out at ECCC, too. I think a little bit of that is like they didn't announce far enough in advance for people
to be worried about them. If they sell out, they sell out. That's better. That looks better for the company.
No, I think they worry about not selling out at ECCC, though. Like SCCC, I think they're gonna but I think that's why they're doing so many of these. Why else would they do so many of these limited pops that are supposed to be con only online? When at SDCC, some of them they didn't do. They're con only, and they're con only. So I don't know. But they're not having
the limited ones like what we were talking. Right.
They don't have a booth. They don't have a booth, which
is kind of weird.
How are they going to ECCC and not have a booth?
Because they probably decided that they were going to go like 2 weeks ago.
Probably.
That
probably invited them back.
They were like,
Velvet, yes, there's multiple Batman.
The new CEO probably walked into one of the meeting rooms. It was like, do we do like a spring con? Is that still a thing?
I mean, at one time I heard they were going to think about coming to MegaCon. I heard that rumor around for a while from a couple people and it might be in the future for them as a spring con because it is that time of year and it's a bigger con than ECCC.
Well, it'd be nice if they came to the East Coast, once every, 25 years. I mean, they did come to Chicago, which is kind of East-ish.
They brought the bus to Nashville. That was cool.
Kind of got a little more East-ish.
I felt it. I felt the presence.
Orlando would be good. That would be good for them to get down there. Now, we've got listen, here's another good example. 5,000 piece Wolverine. I typically, if this was not limited, no way I picked this up because we have multiple Wolverines.
It's very similar to this.
Is a little bit different. I think it's a little bit different.
They're showing his face a little more. Like
his face is.
But he kind of looks like the limited one from the bag, and they took it. I don't know. It doesn't look.
It's real darn close to everything else that we have, but I like that. I like that we got 2 limited X-Men pops from the last con.
Are his blades not showing? Is that the difference?
His blades are out. Oh, wait a minute.
Go to the figure himself. Go up to the figure. Go up top, the first one.
The sticker's just.
There you go.
It looks like it's a different mold, but it's actually this is a square sticker. This has the con sticker, so you can't see the blade.
They should just get rid of the. They should just get rid of the shared sticker. Like, just make everything con sticker.
If they're doing limited pieces, I agree with you. Why would you do? What's the point of the shared?
We'll just make like the con sticker the limited piece sticker. Everything else gets a share. Like if it's the non-limited version or whatever, like anything that's not limited gets a shared sticker. Just do it that way.
Exactly. Anything that's not limited, just do a constant.
Just keep it easy. Because then if you have like like with this, they're gonna split it up, right? There's gonna be 2,500 con, 2,500 shared. Nobody wants a shared sticker limited piece.
No, that makes really zero sense.
I hate it. I hate it. Like I've purchased some shared sticker limited piece pops because they're a little bit cheaper than the con, and I always like the unmasked Bausch Leia. I bought the shared sticker when it first dropped in 2015. I think it was 2014 or 2015. I bought the shared sticker. I hated it. I freaking hated it. I saved up and I paid like I think the shared was like 200 and the con was 800, and I hated it so much I saved up for like 3 years to buy the con sticker. That's how much it bothered me.
Yeah, I mean, the Bigfoots are like that. They split those up. Same deal. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I've never understood limited piece pops that don't have the con sticker. Now here's both stickers again.
Awesome.
8,000 piece, which is this looks super cool though. What? Because this will probably be the only thing I get from the con. I actually think this is. I love the look of this thing.
You know what? People love their dragons, though.
I'm about this boxes. I don't know what it is. I love it.
This will do well. It's one of the few that don't come in a pop protector too because of the piece count. So it's actually it's the $5 cheaper because it's $20 for being limited. But I think this one will sell fine. Like
I do too. Well. I think it's cool. 8,000 piece. It seems I like that. It's not.
I'm surprised you need a lottery for an 8,000 piece though, but I don't know. That's just me, maybe.
Now, listen. If I don't get this either,
Yeah, but is it one of those things that if they don't have 8,000 people entering in, like everybody just wins, right?
Yeah, I mean it's kind of like you remember.
So you're a winner. So that feels good. Feels good to be a winner. You know?
John, I haven't won anything. I'm not counting my eggs until they hatch, and
you're not a winner, Vince.
My eggs have sometimes not hatched. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I've been there.
And then we got a couple already coming up for this month that look not very many though, because it's like got the oversaturation of the con at the beginning of the month, and then you get 2 other limited ones spaced out. Cool.
Yeah, this is a Sonic Pop, another limited Sonic Pop, 3,500 pieces, which is. That was a lot more limited than the metal Knuckles. Am I correct? I'm pretty sure I'm correct on that.
Yeah,
this actually
one
looks super
good.
Cool.
This is a great looking mold.
This is a really good. Yeah, like this is a really good pop. Okay, I gotta go after this one too, man. I probably won't get this one either, but I'm gonna go after this one. Actually, yeah, you're right. This is not a ECCC.
No,
one.
it's the next. The March drops. So
this was the March.
There's only 2 other drops in March.
Yes, there was also the what was
this guy 750 pieces here. Ooh.
Yeah, I've seen people bugging out about this one as well.
Yeah, people are going to be upset.
And then, from what I understand, there's only 3 other, and let me share it real quick.
We're not going to get any exclusive like Freddy's for ECCC, maybe. I don't know.
I'm thinking no, right?
Man, that Freddy's are going to be left only SCCC Fundays, maybe.
That's fine. That's fine because they did way too many Freddy's for a while, so that's fine.
We have we got the announcement about the Fundays. I don't think we had PFO before that. The last one, the official announcement of Friday night, right? Fundays, Friday night.
Yeah, I saw that. That's good.
Same night as announced as Mike Becker's fun event.
I think it's good
as well.
That's good. Just make people choose, or if they're able to go to both, then go to both.
I think Fundays. I'm glad they brought it back to SCCC in a way. I think it's a whole different experience.
I think that's the way it should be.
They could have another event. They could do something else and not call it Fundays, I think, and have something like they did at Hollywood and do or have it at HQ or wherever you want. I think Hollywood's more accessible to people flying in and flying from different places than HQ.
I think you're right, but you know what I didn't like about it? It took away. You know, I think that I think doing an event like that is great, and I think exactly what you said, Josh. But I also think that it kind of took away from the like aura of SDCC. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I feel like those Freddies and stuff like that have to be built around the hype of the weekend of SDCC, and I thought that kind of it felt a little bit weird having it because it was it not a couple weeks? Wasn't it a couple weeks before?
Yeah, it was like 3 or 4 weeks before. It was a little
Yeah,
weird.
it felt off to me. Like it needed to happen at the same time because it's just the excitement of that weekend, and I think that was it more than anything. Whether it was at, you know, I get it makes more sense at SDCC than having it the same weekend in Hollywood because now you're making people choose two different things. But I like that it's going back to SDCC. I think that's the way it should be.
And then they let Tristan announce it early too.
Yeah, that was the best
Earlier.
thing. That was the best thing they've done in a while. That was awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, they needed to announce it early. Like people are waiting too late, like to announce these like things. I mean, even with MegaCon and like Thrilljoy's party, they waited and we kind of got a peek of like, oh, what happened, and then finally, like a couple weeks ago, we got it that it was going to be a Saturday. It's a month. It was a month out, and now it's like right around the corner. I mean, it's less than a month, and they sold the tickets, but people are trying to figure out what they're doing at these cons. Like, and these events are, you know, they have to leave for these events at a particular time from the con. So if they're trying to sign up for celebrity signings or other things, you know, or trying to go to a panel or another special event or something like that, people need to know these things. So the earlier you can get the information out to people, at least the date and time it's going to be, even if you haven't dropped the ticket yet, the better it's going to be for everyone.
Yeah. I mean, especially for stuff where you got to book hotels, you got to book flights, do all the whole thing. Like it becomes a whole ordeal.
Yeah.
But yeah, these three. So we got the Demon Slayer, the Muzan Demon Slayer. We got Frankie from One Piece, which this looks pretty cool.
Got some hair, man. Frankie.
Yeah, I'm not adding any more rides, so I'm not going to add this. Even though I love One Piece, I'm not going to add any rides.
Odd shape too. It's an odd shaped ride that you're going to add in.
It definitely is, but I think you got to pull this one out of the box if you pick this one up. And the Punisher, which I think is kind of boring, honestly, for me. It's not the most exciting Punisher pop, but
Is that supposed to be the updated Punisher logo? Because I don't like that.
Yeah. This is what they did in the comics. They
the
changed
comics.
it to this
Right,
logo.
They made him like a samurai.
Well, yeah. Listen. That part I don't know. I'm looking at the logo. I hate the logo that they.
Yeah, I hate the new logo. Like I understand why they changed it, and it should have been changed for that reason. But I don't.
I get. Well, do we have to change everything? Can we keep some? Can I keep my comic book character? Do you know what I mean? But I do get it. It's unfortunately.
What's weird though, I will say this is why are certain collectible companies obligated to change the logos and some not?
It's a good question.
I don't know. And it's not just a Punisher thing. Like I just noticed it. Like there's inconsistencies across the board with certain things. So.
Yeah, I don't love this Punisher anyway. So listen, I'm not picking that one up. But you know, there's the limited stuff for.
So it's mostly limited, like ECCC.
Almost all of it. Yeah, almost all of it.
75% limited, and then 3.
Unless we get something out of the blue somewhere, but I doubt we're going to see that because
we got their social media team showing stuff off. Did you see that?
Josh, that was actually
good.
exciting to me.
That was good. Yeah. They should.
I thought they did a good job.
They did a good job. Maybe like give it a run through beforehand.
I like the natural type of thing. You know,
you like the more spontaneous. Kind of
yeah, you know, the unpolished. Listen, I'm unpolished. I'm not saying that in a negative way. I like that, you know, unpolished feel. Makes it more
it's
real.
good that they're doing this again, though. Like we hadn't had anything like that for a while, so it's just nice to see a face to Funko a little bit, whoever it's going to be. I don't know if these are going to be the regulars that are going to be on there or what, but it's nice to have some interaction. And I saw some other comments that were happening, I guess, through Funko social media on people's comments on limited piece pops and stuff like that.
Because I just got back into town this week, I didn't have time to pull like a whole lot of the stuff, but I did see that. I kind of like that they,
get a little sass back.
They got a little sassy. They got
like little windy comments.
No, that was good. No, that was a necessary comment. That was really good.
Yeah, and honestly, I think they should do more of that. Be out there more. I think all the way across the board. I think it's completely fine because it's a fair critique from them. Basically, what they said, just to put it in context, because not everybody might know exactly what we're talking about, but basically they I probably should pull it up is what I should do. But,
yeah, I think.
Let me see if I can find it real quick because I think that's something that maybe with them being out here a little bit more. We got the new CEO. Are they going to be allowed to do that a little bit more here?
Well, hopefully, I think their marketing team needs to engage, social media team needs to just engage with fans one way or another. Hopefully we see some good positive comments as well too. But yeah, you need to see a lot more kind of talking, conversation happening, not just posting of stuff and letting people post it.
So yeah, go ahead and make one of the most anticipated BG3. See, BG3, Baldur's Gate 3. That's what we're talking about right now.
That makes sense.
Oh, actually, perfect example here. We just talked about this, and I understand why some people are going to get upset by that, but right here, y'all complain we don't make limited stuff, and then complain when we do, bruh. And I mean, they're not wrong.
They're very valid.
It's very valid. I think that we got to be okay as listen, if you want to collect a collectible, not everything should be attainable, as far as I'm concerned. If you want to just have random pieces that you want to enjoy, which is I think also okay, then
I totally think that's Vince commenting back as Funko social media. It just sounds like something Vince would say, bruh.
I could see Vince saying that.
Honestly, he could have added it in honestly, and it would have been Vince for sure.
I'd be like, honestly, people, are you kidding me? Like, I know we can't do anything right, but you know what I'm saying? At least we're trying. Maybe that's what I would have put in there. Yeah. Because I mean, really, it's what it is. Is it perfect? It's not perfect. I think if anything, we established here tonight that it's not a perfect layout. It's not a perfect system that they've come up with.
You got to try it though.
They had to try something. I think they made an adjustment on this next one. I think they had to make a couple more adjustments. I would love to, like I said, I would love to see what they're doing to try to counteract, because you won't get rid of bots. It's not going to happen. There's somebody always. Listen, back in the day, do you remember that when they had dropped the boxes of fun, I remember one year you couldn't check out, but people had a backlink that if you just copied and pasted that link, that you were able to get in behind whatever waiting. And like, there's always going to be things like that. That's just never going to go away. But you want to try to feel like you're on equal playing ground with everybody. It's just, that's what makes it fun for me. I'm okay with losing out if I know that I had a shot at something. You know what I mean?
So I think we definitely need to talk about one other thing that happened last night. It wrapped up last night.
Oh, that
you guys know?
Josh, yes. I know exactly what you're going to say without even saying it.
What happened last night was
the
highest sold pop went for half the price that it sold for. The highest ever sold pop went for less than half.
I thought the 100,000 was not like when I've seen what other collectibles have gone for. I didn't think 100,000 was insane. 200,000 was insane.
Yeah,
as far as I'm concerned, and to see it sell for, as I'll be honest, I had sold for way more than I thought it would. I didn't think it'd get to. I think it ended at 88,000 if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think that's if that that's with buyer's premium. So actually, the winning bid was 71,000.
Okay.
But then they charged the buyer's premium on
right,
top
the
of
15
that.
or 20%.
Yeah. So pretty much that way, Golden gets their money. They get the premium gets that's Golden's money out of that. But yeah, the
But
Golden ticket.
even at 71,000, I feel like that is a lot. Like I was expecting. I mean, again, I'll be honest because I don't know how else not to be. I really thought this would have come. I was thinking between 30 and 40 is where this would have came in today's market with what's been going on with with all of that.
I didn't see the final on Freddy Venom, but I think when I last looked, it was like 8 or 9.
Somebody said 18. I thought they said
it went up to 18. Okay,
it was in the teens. I think I saw somebody said.
Because last I saw, it was like there was quite a few in there, and they were, of course, last minute.
I hate that. I hate that Freddy Venom pop. Like that thing is cursed.
Yeah, well, yeah, one guy grabs them all and then sells them to get some Escalades.
It was just straight greed. He was just
it worked.
The community, yeah, it worked. Unfortunately,
yeah. It is the problem. Let's put it this way: I don't think that'll happen again. I think now where we are now, I don't think that you could corner. I mean, unless you're going to overpay now, I think people are aware of what.
Plenty of people corner in the Star Killer market.
Well, you know what? Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Maybe people are doing that now.
They're trying. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think we'll see a market cornered at that level again. But I mean, people are still doing it on a micro scale.
Well, yeah.
Are people doing that with the Thrilljoy stuff that's only 24 pieces?
Oh, are they?
I don't think that they are, but I see how much they're charging for that. Like 24 pieces are $1,000 plus for the most part.
2 almost. Like
some of them are way higher than that. That's what I'm saying. So when you see again, Thrilljoy is not even as established as Funko is. If Funko was putting out regular 24 piece, people are probably paying multiple thousands of dollars still.
I think it's interesting.
Maybe it would be up that, maybe you would be around 10,000. Depending on the circumstance.
I don't think you want it to get to that level, honestly. I
think I don't think it's a healthy.
It's not healthy. It's not healthy. It's not good for the hobby because then when you have like stuff going up and up and up, the minute some stuff starts to just dip down a little bit. That's what we had with Funko before year after year. Something comes down a little bit, people are like, "Oh, it's dead. Hobby's over.
Right.
Back up shop." Like you kind of just want things to like level out. There be the expectations of like, all right, if something is this rare, it should kind of be around this price point. If it's this rare, it should be here. If it's this, not as limited, it's over here. That's just, it makes for a more stable and less dramatic community. But then again, most communities have a lot of drama. So
you do. And I mean, listen, so like a Star Killer, a 750 piece Star Killer is going to definitely be worth a lot more than a Cyclops comic book cover that's 750 pieces. And rightfully so, you're going to have those different. But at 750 pieces, you can't get exactly what we're talking about, where somebody could potentially, even if you pick up 4 or 5, I mean, when you take 5 out of a 24-piece market, I think it was fine for what they did back in the day. And like I said, Thrilljoy is kind of at that point. And I think that's why some of those real limited ones are going for what they're going for, because people are looking and they see where those 24-piece are with Funko still today. So I think it's on speculation still a little bit. And then, people are trying to chase after.
I think it's also like, it's a different 24. It's a weird 24 piece because you can't just go to an event and get it.
Right.
And someone gave it to you too. Like some people have bought like hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars.
Thousands,
of the actual to try to get the 24 pieces, which is crazy too, if you think about it. So that's the rationale behind it. It's kind of like any other chase, right? Like you could, before Funko sodas, you could buy the chase, or you could buy a case and have the, and get but you can't do that with a 24. You could buy 5 master cases of the Thrilljoy and not get the ultra 24 piece. You wouldn't even, you don't know what chance you have. So it's a weird kind of I think that's how people associate it a little bit with the like more limited pieces, the 48s, the 24s, the 96s, things like that. But also it's a market that's unknown a lot. So you don't know where it's going to be like a year from now, 5 years from now. Is it like hot
Right.
because it's hot and people want it, or people are over it, or people want it later on? That's the to be determined, and that's the hard part about it. But like this Willy Wonka one, what gets me is like, what was it? 2 STCs ago when they did the 1 of 1 NFT winner got out there, and then they got a special NFT like pop that's a 1 of 1. You remember for going like the pirate one that was a 1 of 1 type of box, and that would that be worth more than this? Because there's more of these out here than that.
It's a good question.
That's a weird thing. I don't find this pop like amazing looking, or I know it's limited, but it's not the most limited pieces out there. So that you have to wonder about too as time goes on, what will be like. And I know a lot of these also went to employees, right? Like several of these also went to employees, so they didn't necessarily get out. Who knows if they got out by now? People cashed out.
I think like most markets, though, it doesn't come down to just the limited piece. Like that Frenum is a great example. Like it's Venom. Like there's a little bit more hype around it. I think when when he was selling at the top of the market, there was movies coming out. Like it was a little bit of a different thing. And Venom's just it's a great character anyway. But like the Willy Wonka 2-pack, like it's got a story behind it. It's got lore behind it. The 1 of 1, I would say, would probably come in a lot less than that because it doesn't have this. Even though it is now, I'm saying way rarer. Instead of what is there 8? You know what I'm saying? Instead of having 8, there's only
10,
1. Is there 10?
10 of the Willy Wonkas out there.
Okay, so instead of
10, but a majority of them never left employee hands.
Yeah.
Right. So it's 10 times rarer. The 1 of 1 is a 10 times rarer. But would it be worth 10 times more? Absolutely not. Honestly, I think it would be less is the way that it would shake out. Because I think it's more the story behind it, the hype about it. Yeah. Now that you own that, now you kind of have that claim to fame. I don't even know who ended up picking that one up, but there's a whole thing behind it. I think that's why it's came in where it's at.
I don't know who bought it now. So will they come out? Will it be someone?
No, I don't want to know. I don't want to.
I kind of want to know.
Respect their price.
I'm glad. Well, I don't know if they just want to like. What kind of like? Are they a collector, or did they buy this as an investment piece, or a collector piece, or a little bit of both? Who knows with that one? But I could see. This is still. It doesn't matter because it's so expensive. It's still hard. It's almost impossible to sell. Like that kind of thing. You don't know what it's going to go for any time. Like, and we all know this was the guy from Aven, right? Like that bought this. They wrote it off as a business loss, I'm sure, this year. Now they can, as they sold it, we paid this much for it. It's a business loss, whatever, those kind of things. So they made it up for their other LE. They overpriced and sold however they did. So they made up their value in other ways, probably. But I was surprised at some of the other Freddies that were in there, though. Too, there was some good stuff that was going. It was good to see prices on some of the other stuff, and I'd like to see if those are all like inputted into PPG now, because there was some good prices on some of like the Joker and some of the other, some of the Freddies and things that were good, like $8,000 to $12,000 sales. So it's good to see that.
Josh, a lot of those sales too, you don't get data on because typically it's private sales that you see on Facebook groups, that kind of thing. When you see those bigger, multiple $1,000 pops, usually it's not through auction sites. From what I see, I mean, I don't see that many super rare pieces sell on eBay. Not that I'm I'm not looking at $5,000 pops and $10,000. It's about $9,999.
You might see one, or you might see a couple sell through Savage or something like that on whatnot.
Right.
That, but yeah, like I'll be curious if they. like get to add all these to.
I'd be surprised if they
Two
don't.
golden.
I mean, it's a good opportunity. It's a good gauge on what the
Golden's eBay now too. So
yeah.
Well, I actually I have to run. I don't know how long.
I think
how many more slides you guys have.
I was about to just say, because listen, this was a traveling week for me anyway, and I'm traveling again next week. So I we got to go over pretty much everything I really wanted to hit on anyway. So Josh,
perfect.
why don't you go first? John's going to go second. I'm going to keep mine very short, and then we are going to call it an evening. Josh, what do you have coming up this week?
Yeah, not a ton coming up this week. We do have a video coming out Saturday, some Thrilljoy fun, some pretty good stuff in there. And then we have, of course, mystery boxes and that coming up next week. We do have a Whatnot auction next week if you can come and hang out on Wednesday with us and those kind of things. I will say I appreciate everyone's support for the charity auction and everything as well. This past weekend, we did go to our Dream Gala, which we do annually through the foundation. And we were able to commit to $10,000 over this year will be raised. So you guys help raise at least 47 of 4,700 of that at least. So that cards and that 10,000 will be matched to turn into 20,000 for veterans. So we'll do another auction, of course, in like August, and maybe some other things throughout the year. Maybe they give a percentage back or something like that. But that way, then we can complete that $10,000 commitment this year, and it will be matched. We don't have to complete it this year. That's the nice thing about it. I can commit to like several years for it, but I think you guys have helped a lot in the community. You've been very generous, whether donating stuff, buying mystery boxes, opening stuff. I've seen several people starting to open some of their mystery boxes on their videos and things like that this week. So I appreciate all those kind of things, and we hope to do more of that in the future. Mystery boxes help a lot because they help cut down on like how much we have to actually sell during the auction and how long we have to go during the auction and all those kind of things. It's like something that can go out and be pre-packed, and then the auction can be a separate thing because it's a lot of work. But I appreciate everyone that supported and came out and did stuff and bought stuff and shared stuff and all those kind of things. So thank you.
Yeah, well, congratulations on all the money raised. That's awesome. And yeah, big shout out to the community for coming out and supporting that. I actually have a mystery box video that's going to be dropping tomorrow. Actually pulled a pretty big grail from Boom Loot, so that was a nice surprise. I feel like we haven't gotten a top.
You know how many Boom Loot boxes I've opened?
I know.
Holy grail.
So yeah, I'm pretty fired up. Still blown away from that. Actually, Dave, I have been on daddy duty for most of the day because this is actually only my first of 2 live streams tonight. I'm going to be taking a short break to go grab a bite to eat, and then we're going live tonight over on the Lego channel, Slapshot Bricks, for the Pokemon drop tonight. Tomorrow is Pokemon Day, so all the new sets are dropping at midnight. It's a lot of controversy, a lot of chaos surrounding that. So if you guys are bored, maybe if you don't have to work tomorrow or don't have to go to school, or if you, I don't know, just don't feel like going to sleep yet, we're going to be live over there. But thank you guys so much for all the support on both channels. Things have been great. And yeah, still just adjusting to father life here, trying to figure out everything with the baby. So I really appreciate Josh and Vince being flexible and taking care of the PFO streams for a majority of the time. When we have Isabel here, which we have her here tonight, I'm going to try to jump on PFO when I can. It is challenging because Sophia does not sleep. So pretty much Joanna and I, like, I take the day shift, Joanna takes the night shift, and then we just kind of like high five our way throughout the day. So, but yeah, thank you guys so much. Appreciate everything.
Nice. Guys, I'm going to keep it very simple. I don't have a whole lot of stuff going on. We'll have our videos next week. We got a short coming out on Sunday. We got a auction on Tuesday. We will not be on PFO next week. We will be back at the bi-weekly, and we should be bi-weekly now for a good amount of time because I don't think I'm out of town next weekend next week, but we won't have PFO anyway. So I think we're good for a while. So it'll be every other week. Josh will put something out on the PFO Instagram, I'm sure with the schedule that we have coming up, if you guys follow us over there, and then we'll let you guys know the day before. But it should be every other week right now, and auctions and that kind of thing in between. So with all that being said, guys, thank you so much for joining us once again. We hope you guys have an amazing rest of the week, and we will see you guys next time.